Cut.
What the heck did I do? I feel like a smoky eye always looks crazy until the end, so just bear with me. This is our finished look. Hey pals, how's it going? So today, I'm sure it will be at least a week later by the time I post this, but for us, it's Valentine's Day, so it's been a little bit since I filmed. I had a lot going on in my personal life, and you know, sometimes you can't get in front of the camera and have a good time. Today's the day to do that. I'm about to finish getting ready. As you can see, I started, but me and the man are going on a date night for Valentine's Day. So I'm doing a nice little smoky eye. I figured, why not sit down, chat a little bit with you guys, and have some fun before we go on our date. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're, feeling excited about life. But if you're not, just remember, that's okay. Sometimes you just feel a little sad, but you're not alone. So with that PSA out of the way, let's do a smoky eye. I'll like explain a little bit what I'm doing, but I'm not gonna go like tutorial mode here. I'm trying to have a good time. I just kind of went for a basic smoky eye, and I don't know if you can really tell in the camera, but in the center I have like a little bit of OA from the Cardi Bible palette. That's enough of that. Let's just jump into it. First thing I did was lay down a little bit of Noir out of my Soft Glam palette by Anastasia. You can use any black for this. I'm just laying this all over my lid and a little bit into my crease. You just need some darkness in your soul. And then once my lid is pretty much filled in, I'll go in and just gently blend that color into my crease a teensy bit. The key here is not to go too high. You can always add more. It's very difficult to take away. All right, next up, now that we've got some deepness happening, we're gonna go in and blend that out, make it a little smokier. I'm gonna use the shade Bowie, that nice deep brown color, in my Cardi Bible palette. And I'm just gonna go in and make sure there's no harsh lines happening here. Blended out a little bit of that black color. I'm gonna now go in with the shades, what are they called? Chai and Cindy. I'm gonna blend those two shades together a little bit, and then I'm just gonna go right along the edges of that brown blend out and just get it even more blended, even more smoky, and also add a little bit of color, but not a lot. Tip, if you ever get a little bit like patchy, say you go in a little bit too heavy, or you just take your color up like a little bit higher than you want to. I just had like a little bit extra orange happening kind of close to my brow. You can take your blending brush, or I guess you could do it with many brushes, but I usually just use my blending brush, and hit that color and just kind of roll backwards towards, like down away from the area that you're trying to pull it back from. If you're catching what I'm saying, it just helps to kind of pull the color a bit, just going back in with that same smaller blending brush and that Bowie shade, the darker brown, and just blending any harsh lines between the kind of orange color and that black. Desired like blendedness. I feel like with smoky eyes you could sit there and blend all day, but the point is for it to be like a little bit messy, a little sexy, a little bit I don't know, kind of like, looks smoldering, you know? So, next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a little bit of the shade OA, which is this really beautiful kind of dark navy blue with a multicolored sparkle in it. And I'm gonna take that on a flat brush and wet that with a little bit of setting spray. As you can tell, I have not done my foundation or anything like that yet. I almost always do my complexion first, but anytime I'm gonna do a smoky eye, or I just know I'm gonna be working with a lot of black or really any dark color or glitter, I try to do my foundation and concealer afterwards, just because it's so hard to avoid fallout, and there's nothing more frustrating than like having a beautifully laid little foundation and then you get a bunch of eyeshadow, like black eyeshadow on your concealer. It just turns a little bit messy. So I'm gonna take that OA shade and I'm gonna focus it just right in the center of my eye on the lid. I'm gonna bring it into the middle too, but I'm just gonna mostly avoid the outer corner here. The sheen in this would look a little funky if I brought it to the outer corner. So I'm gonna start right in the middle. Took it up a little bit, just barely into my crease, so it kind of peeks out in my crease when my eyes are still open. I don't know, I feel like because I have hooded eyes, I like to do that so that the lid color pops out even more and just kind of fights to not get lost in my hood space. You hooded ladies know what I'm talking about. Sometimes when you're blending other shades on top of black, it can kind of pull up some of the true darkness of the black, so I always go in, add a teeny bit at the end, just make sure it's as dark as possible. So, oh, you know what? I almost forgot to highlight my brow bone. I am going to take a little bit of this shade Bali, which is just a basic champagne tone, super pretty, and just hit right under my brows with this. Let's get some foundation laid on. My God. Dropped my foundation. Thank you, NARS, for making bottles that don't always break when they fall. They do break sometimes when they fall, but not always. Concealer. Concealer today, I'm actually wearing a mix of concealers. I've been trying out some of the e.l.f. concealers because I've heard really good things about them, and they're only $6, so if they're banging, then they're worth it. I definitely have some opinions. If you want me to do like a full review of just what I think of them, I've been trying the Hydrating Camo Concealer with the satin finish and the 16-hour Camo Concealer, which is more of a dry matte finish. I'm down to do a review of them. Let me know if you guys are interested in hearing what I think about them. Definitely just like put that down in the comments if that's something you would want to see. But yes, I'm wearing a mix of the shades Medium Peach in both of them right now. I'm using the Laura Mercier setting powder. Already set my concealer, so now I'm just gonna go in. I know, my cat was just in the window next to us, and I have like a rolling chair that I usually sit in to do my makeup, and she just jumped into the chair and like pushed herself towards the frame. And she's feeling left out. Set my foundation, feeling good. I'm gonna go ahead and do some bronzing, contouring, blushing, highlighting, shining like a diamond, you know, the good stuff. Are suspiciously close to my eyeshadow palette right now, and I keep getting really nervous that I'm gonna dip into like the gold shimmer shade by accident. That's a really great way to fuck up my face right now. Contour, highlight, blush, all of that good stuff. If you want to see that and get more of an explanation on that, I have another video on that I posted a couple weeks ago, so feel free to check that out if you'd like a little tutorial on how I like to do my bronzer and blush and all that good stuff. I'm going to finish up my eyes. Underneath, I'm just going to go ahead and take those same 3 shades aside from the blue that I used and buff those out to get that same smokiness reciprocated on the bottom. I'm just going to highlight the inner corner of my eye. For that, I went ahead and used a mixture of the shades Bali and Moo. Super pretty. All right, I'm going to hop off camera, pop on some lashes, put a quick lip on. I'm honestly running out of time a little bit. So I'm going to bang those out, come back, show you my finished look, and enjoy my date night. I'll be right back. Alright, so I just threw on a little bit of lash action, a little bit of lip action, and my outfit for the night. And this is our finished look. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know this is kind of a speedy outro, but I am officially late. So I hope you had a wonderful week, day, year, whatever it may be. A happy Valentine's Day, and I will see you next time. I love you all so much. Mwah!